All right. It is time to talk about, well, you guys see it on the screen, the motherfucking Steam machine. Prices were announced earlier today. It says that pre-orders go on June 25th, which is in 3 days. We're going to talk about why this just doesn't work. All right, so y'all, look, I understand it's 2026. Prices for PC components have gone up damn near everywhere. It's been going up since I think like beginning or middle of last year due to the whole AI bubble. I get that. But I just want you guys to know, like, there's so many other things out there that you can buy other than this. You know what I'm saying? You can buy a Steam Deck. You know what I'm saying? And just have it portable and take it wherever you go. Yeah, it's probably weaker than this, but it's cheaper and it does the same thing. So before we get into all that, because there's a lot that I've been seeing online, I do want to say this. Apparently the price of the base Steam machine, which is what we're right here looking at, the 512 gigabyte, which by the way, it's ridiculous, was originally supposed to be $749. That's the whole rumor, right? It says that Valve said that the machine had a similar price increase than like the Steam Deck had, which if you take that, then this puts this at $750, which is still ridiculous because you guys can see right here, right? That would have been $750 without a controller. That controller is already $100. If we click here, we go to the Steam controller. I do have it on reservation whenever it comes, just because I want the controller itself. But it is $99. I don't want to pay $99 for a controller, but unfortunately, PS5 controllers are $85. The Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller is like $100. So that's just the price of what controllers are right now. And then, like I said, $750 without a controller is just ridiculous. If you add in another $79, that's what, $830, $820, something, whatever. My math could be off. I'm not the best at math, but and I just say 79 because that's just the price difference between these two here. It's $79 when you bundle in the controller. So let's just kind of go over why I don't think this makes any sense. Obviously, I'm not gonna get it because I'm a poor guy. I'm super poor. I don't even have my Legion Go 2 anymore due to unforeseen circumstances over the last few months. I had to get rid of it. So I am just now with my desktop, which I paid in total $1,210. That's with a 5700 X3D, a 3070, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabytes of storage, the fans and everything, like $1,210, give or take $50, like $1,210, $1,260, right? That's what I paid. That's including my Xbox controller that I got for free, my monitor, my mouse and keyboard. Like, that includes all that. So that was like everything total is $1,210, right? And I got the SSD when the price hikes like were at the peak. So I don't want to say like I'm not opposed to spending the money if it makes sense. This here does not make sense at all. The cost of the Nintendo Switch 2 did not make sense. I bought that Nintendo Switch 2 mainly because of, I have kids. We didn't have the Switch 1 anymore because I got rid of the Switch 1 when I got the Steam Deck. I got rid of the Steam Deck when I got the Legion Go 1. I've kept my PS5 through it all because I'm a PlayStation loyalist, unfortunately, and they're getting expensive. It is the base PS5, not the PS5 Pro. But you guys can just kind of see what I'm saying here. Like, gaming as a whole in 2026 doesn't make sense. Actually, since 2025 doesn't make sense. The Switch 2 was $450 base, $500 with the bundle. We got the bundle. I think it's going up in price now where it's just $500 no bundle. But it's still not $1049. You know what I'm saying? Now, I get it. It's a Steam machine. It is a PC. It is a PC, a mini PC, essentially for what people want to say for the living room or whatever. Okay, you can build a mini PC and just put it in your living room, and it probably costs less than $1049. But All right, Steam Machine, 512 gigs. 60 gigabytes of DDR5, 8 gigabytes of VRAM. It does have a micro SD card slot, which is cool. So for those of you who have handhelds, you may want to get and you like probably want to sell your handheld to cover the cost of this. Keep your micro SD card. You can just pop it into this, especially if you already have a Steam Deck. You want to get rid of your Steam Deck because it went up in price. You have some value there. You can trade that in or sell that and then cover the cost of the Steam Machine. Again, it's only 512. I'm not sure if the SSD is upgradable in this. Not too completely sure. I would assume so, just because I would assume they want to be upgrade friendly with that kind of stuff. Not sure if the RAM is upgradable either. If it is, cool. But I just think, like I said, a base of 1049 just for this, no controller, is just ridiculous. It does run SteamOS 3. You can install Windows on it. If you do install Windows, you can, of course, just or not overlay it, but you can just put the Xbox full screen experience thing on there. And you can have essentially a game console for Windows and play all your Steam games, Xbox games, PlayStation games, and all that shit on there. Although you do have to install other installers like Steam. What is it? Well, it's same thing on this probably. I can't remember. I haven't used the Steam Deck in forever, since 2023. So I forget how it all operates and works. But of course, you can add just non-Steam games to your Steam library, like your emulators and stuff like that, and everything. But cool. Integrated Steam controller wireless adapter. Again, this does not mean it's coming with the controller. RDNA 3, I think the other handhelds are like RDNA 3.5, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, it's a custom chip from AMD, as opposed to the Z1s, Z2s, and all that. We go to the 512 with a controller. It's 1128. That gives you the controller. This bundle includes Steam controller. Small form factor is a 6-inch cube, Wi-Fi 6E. Again, still with the 512 and the micro SD card slot. 2 terabyte storage. You get for $1,350, y'all. That is no controller. Just to kind of put this in perspective, the Legion Go 2 dropped to last fall for $1,350. That's the detachable controllers and all that. Great handheld. As you guys know, I've used it a lot for videos on the channel. $1,350 for that. This is $1,350. This is 2 terabytes, guys. You get no controller with this. Now, granted, you are able to use your PS5 controllers, your Xbox controllers, your Nintendo Switch controllers, or whatever other kind of controller you have that will connect to this. I have an 8-bit Dog controller that's very, very old. That's been chewed up by my dog on the excuse me, on the thumbstick, so I don't use it anymore, but that'll work for it. I have a random cheap $20 USB plug-in controller that'll work. It'll most likely work on this. Now, granted, you have to be connected to the machine, so you'd have to set up close to it. So I don't want to say I get, because like it's a powerful game. They built this as the all-in-one, right? You would think it would just come with a controller. And I had a feeling that once the controller was announced by itself, I told myself, like, man, they're gonna bundle that controller in at a higher price. And then I told myself, nah, they wouldn't do that. It's Steam, it's Valve, you know what I'm saying? And then they did it. Now the thing with the 2 terabyte is that you get these faceplates right here. These this red and this wood one, red fabric and solid walnut. You get those with the 2 terabytes, and then for $1,428, you get the 2 terabytes with the controller, and then with the faceplates. So $1,428, y'all. Y'all can build. You can build a better PC for $1,428. I'm telling you, you can build a better PC. You can build, and it can probably be like a small form factor PC. I've been watching all these videos of people. I built the Steam machine before it came out and shit like that, right? So yeah, you can do it. But if you just want something out of the box with SteamOS, which, oh man, look, let me tell y'all something. There's a learning curve around Steam OS. Like, don't let people just tell you it's simple and easy. Yeah, it's simple and easy if you just want to go in and play your Steam games, but you got to remember, not all Steam games are going to be compatible with Steam OS. There's certain games that are not compatible with Steam OS, and they, of course, have a whole thing to tell you what games are and aren't compatible. So again, if you just want something like straight out of the box, this is probably the best for you. I would not justify this price at all. Especially with 512 gigabytes of data, or of storage, I'm sorry. That is going to go quick as hell, depending on the games you download. I just would not, I would not recommend these two at all. So if anything, $13.50, y'all. Like, that's a steep price. And then, of course, it just tells you, like, right, you get your AAA games, just sign in with your Steam account, your entire library's there. If you don't have a Steam account, I would not recommend this for you at all either. Just go to a standard PC. Core features that define the Steam machine. Steam OS, and it's an OS optimized for gaming. Steam OS is great. I think Steam OS is fantastic. If Steam OS were able to play literally every game possible that you can play on Windows, I would 100% have SteamOS running on my desktop right now. No lie. I loved SteamOS. It was simple. It was easy for me once I learned most of the stuff, like learning the protons and adding this and adding that to the library and shit like that. It got easy. So it's a bit of a learning curve. It gets easier. Again, they just don't play everything. If they did, I would definitely have it. Small form factor, cool. Cool and quiet. I/O for days. Let's see. Available and storage, the 512 both come with expandable storage via micro SD. So again, this only says comes with expandable storage via micro SD, meaning you're stuck at that 512 and that 2 gig. That's how I'm reading it. You're stuck at the 512 and you're stuck at the 2 terabytes, which 2 terabytes is fine. I have 2 terabytes on my desktop. It's not fine. I have a bunch of shit on here that I really should get rid of. I'm just lazy to go through and clean it. But yeah, this reads as like you're stuck with that, and good luck, right? Especially again at this 512. Micro SD cards are kind of expensive now, especially if you want like a terabyte or something like that. Like, expensive right now. I think I got a terabyte card. Ooh, man. 2023 when I got my Legion Go. I want to say I paid, it was on sale, so I paid maybe 65, 70 bucks, and it has not failed me since. It was the best thing I could invest in. 1 terabyte micro SD card, micro SD, and then a 2 terabyte SSD. And this just does not cut it. 512 gigabytes does not cut it at all. At all. Not on a gaming console, not on a PC, not on this. It just doesn't cut it. 4K gaming at 60 FPS with FSR thanks to a discrete semi-custom AMD desktop class CPU and GPU. Yeah. Upscaling to 4K. I mean, look, I ran it through Gemini. Oh, excuse me. And my 3070 apparently is supposed to be more powerful than the Steam machine. So, take that for what you will. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I have not tried a Steam machine. Probably never will. Let's see, the OLED strip. Yeah, this is just going over the features. Yeah, and it's a PC. Just like we said, install your own apps or even another operating system who can tell you how to use your PC, right? This is the last thing to come up, or that needs to be released. And let's look at the Steam Deck prices, right? Because those went up, right? 512 starting at 789 is absolutely insane. 949. We are reaching PS5 Pro territory here for a handheld that is severely underpowered at this point. This came out in like 2022, 2021, 2022, end of 2021, beginning 2022, something like that. I got it in 2022. But it is severely underpowered, y'all. Severely underpowered. That is so crazy. $949, $789 for 512 gigabytes. That is ridiculous. Now I will say it feels great. I think the Steam Deck is built perfectly fine, and I think that the trackpads are fucking fantastic, and no one has come close to the trackpads that it has on here, but severely underpowered. Let's be real, severely fucking underpowered in 2026 for that price. This just doesn't make any sense. We have PS5 Pro, I think at what, 1,000, 950, something like that. We have the Series X base and the PS5 base, I think at like 600 a piece, 700, something like that. And apparently, like, the Steam machine is barely equal to the base consoles, which is ridiculous. I do get why. Like, it's not Valve's fault. Like, I get that. It's not their fault. However, they should have done a hard pivot and upgraded the internals or something. Well, that would have made it more expensive, so I guess they couldn't do that. They should just, I would say they should have just canceled it, but then at that point they would have spent all that money on the materials. I think what they'll do is have this as a limited run, kind of see how it does before they commit to making more. And then I think this really gets discontinued by the end of the year. And I'm not saying that because I want it to happen. Like, I wanted a Steam machine. I wanted to try, at least get one, try it out. If I didn't like it, sell it, return it or whatever. But unfortunately, it's way out of my price budget, and I think it's out of a lot of people's price budgets. Again, I don't think they did this on purpose. It is the whole AI bubble that did this with RAM increases and component increases, because like I said at the beginning of the video, everything has gone up in price when it comes to building a PC, you know. And that sucks. So, are there criteria for signing up? Customers meet the following criteria before signing up. You must have a Steam account in good standing, and you must have made a purchase on Steam prior to April 27, 2026. So, if you didn't make a purchase on Steam before that, I guess you can't do a reservation? That's crazy. One sign up per household. What if I don't sign up after the one-time randomization at that time? Anyone who signs up will be automatically added to the back of the wait list. Do I have to pick a specific model at sign up if you care about getting any available? You sign up. You're welcome to sign up for multiple models. Each model has its own list. But yeah, you can only get one, so it doesn't matter. It's just to excuse me, guarantee that I guess you can get one of them at least. I received an email that I'm in a reservation queue. What does that mean? Let's see. Can I change model or reserve? You cannot change the Steam model you have signed up for. Canceling a reservation or leaving the waitlist will release your spot. Is this the Valve console? We think of the Steam machine as an extension of PC gaming and not as a console. The traditional console model is to sell hardware at a loss and make up with the revenue for subscription service or by selling games that are locked into the hardware. We think that this can make a single business in short term, but that open ecosystem are better for customers over the long period. Valve, you own Steam. You make all your money through Steam. Like, what are you talking about? They could have sold this at a loss. I don't care what they say. They could have sold this at a loss. PC gaming history proves this. The openness of the PC gaming has I guess shit like Loaded and G2A and cracked games, I guess, can kind of hurt them too. So, let's see. Steam Machine is the solution to these problems, and we think it's a great one, but it's not the only solution, and we don't want it to be. If I don't get a Steam Machine right away, is there anything else I can do? They're pretty much telling you, like, yeah, you can build your own PC, you can do this and that. As a company, I wouldn't do that. I'd say, yeah, there's something you could do. You could wait until it comes back in stock. But, yeah, man, this sucks. this sucks. I'm just not gonna have that in my fucking wish list. I'm not. I cannot afford that. I cannot pay that much. Like it, even if I could, I wouldn't want to. I think that's really ridiculous. I already have a PS5. I have a PC. I have a Nintendo Switch 2. I have Oculus 3S or whatever it's called. I don't need this. If anything, I want another handheld, right? And I think I'm gonna go back to my Legion Go 1 very soon here. We'll see in the next few months. The guy I sold it to doesn't want it anymore, and he's actually selling it at a loss, so less than what I sold it for or to him. So I'll probably pick that up from him. Have that for a little bit. I see that Intel's doing some good things. The thing with handhelds though is they've gotten too expensive, and they're just not worth it. Just like this, in my opinion, they're not worth it at all. And in my opinion, you're paying, like, I get people are like, oh, you're paying for the portability, and that's cool. But at the same time, like, it's not cool at all to be paying $1,800, to $2,000 for a handheld. It's not reasonable. Here's my suggestion to you guys who want to get in on PC gaming: buy used. It's what I did. I did not buy new. I bought, well, I lied. I'm lying. My power supply, my CPU fan, and my CPU are new. And my GPU. Okay, never mind. I'm lying. Everything was new. Fuck. But, okay, they were new, but I got them on sale, and I also found, like, people that had them new that never opened them, and I got them at a discount. I don't know if they stole them or not, but just throwing that out there. Buy used or find good deals. Do not commit to the first thing that you see when it comes to PC parts or pre-builds, because you can possibly find them used. Same thing with consoles. Same thing with your handhelds. Go to Facebook Marketplace. Don't go to eBay. eBay tends to try to sell everything more than what they should be selling. But go to Facebook Marketplace. Meet people up at police stations so you're safe and stuff like that. But yeah, Facebook Marketplace is probably, well, it was my best friend when I built my desktop. Like, I literally got all my components off Facebook Marketplace. So if you are thinking of getting into PC gaming and you're looking at this, or you are already in PC gaming but you want something like this, just go on YouTube, look up how to build something with the same form factor or smaller or just slightly bigger. 3D print some shit. Like, there's a lot of resources out there for you to get something like this or better than this at a better price. But if you do buy this, I hope you enjoy. So anyways, that's it for the video, y'all. I'm out. Peace.